See you, darling.
Literally, we had a week of training with the dog, and you know, he was faultless on the day. Would do everything on command. Would go through that small blue hole 50 times without even any hesitation. You could put a mark on the floor. He'd go and hit that mark every time. He'd look left, right. He'd growl. He'd shake on command. So that really kind of made the whole shooting process a lot easier than it could have been.
So when we had the first meeting with Happy, they agreed with the decision also to use a real dog and try to get everything 2D. We worked very, very closely with Xtreme to build the rig that we needed for the dog, and all the rigs to spray the slime and everything.
Basically there was 2 plates. The first one was the actor going down on the ground and coughing, you know, getting his mouth as big as we could and getting his reaction as real as possible. The second plate was just training a dog to jump through a blue hole, like a blue screen kind of hole.
The main things we had to make for the commercial was the board and rig to allow the dog to come through the smallest possible hole, the dog's feet reacting with the actor's cheeks. The actor had to put some small capsules in his mouth that he could push himself into the front of his mouth for a frame store to superimpose the pores in. So as the pores came out, you saw his lips change shape. The actor's clothes reacting with the dog when it wasn't there, and the slime appearing from the dog and everything.
We had to stabilize the blue screen hole and then track it back onto the guy's mouth. We had to enlarge a lot the mouth of the guy, but once the dog is in the mouth, then it looks okay.
We were able to cheat quite a lot with the dog coming out. We were able to scale the dog down, so actually it looked like it was coming out the mouth, but really scale-wise it was a lot smaller than real. So once we found that, it was just like it was quite nice, and made us feel confident that we could pull off this effect, because we didn't want it to appear cartoony.
The bit that really gets people in this ad isn't actually the bit where the dog comes out of the mouth. People kind of seem to accept that, but it's where Cracker shakes himself and sprays drool all over the room, covering the guy in smelly yuck.
Any point we never had really with Happy or anyone doubt about, because he was very well prepared. So
all the elements were right. Good agency, great creative team, great directors, great special effects team, and great post-production team. So it was that made my job very easy.